Sometimes it can be really interesting to get information in a foreign language, and thanks to Google Translate, you go to translategoogle.com, you don't even need to know the foreign language. So let's take, for example, you can see here that I've got my Google Translator set up for English to Polish. And I'm going to ask it to translate from English to Polish. So I would take a statement like migration Britain, and then see very, very quickly it tells me what migration and Britain is in Polish. And I'm not sure if you can hear this, but
Migracja Brytanii.
It can also speak it to you for many of those languages. So what you can do is you can take this word, which we've converted into Polish, and get yourself back into your normal Google search, and then search for that term in Polish. And what it will do is it will throw you up a whole new range of information. Obviously, when you come in, unless you are a Polish native speaker, you're not going to be able to understand an awful lot about what's going on, but you can, once your website has loaded, it will come up with the translation. We know full well that the translation is not very good, but nevertheless it can give you some idea of what that article is going on about. And that's a really good way for you to get a perspective from the viewpoint of a different country. Otherwise your searches are going to come up as very, very biased. Something you might else want to look in there, obviously the images can be, that's not a fantastic one, that's can be very telling. There we go, that's an image that we probably wouldn't have had access to as well. So as with all of these things, I can show you the search strings and how to use these search strings, but it will be a case of trying again and again and again until you get the sort of searches that you want. You can, again, same there, research in news, so now you're really searching for Polish newspapers. If you want Polish newspapers in the UK, probably won't give me any there. Be very surprised if it does give me, but play around with it and see what it can do. Another very good one to look at is your videos. There we go. So again, you're not going to be able to understand an awful lot of what's going on, but nevertheless there are pictures and videos and it gives you a different perspective on things. Indeed, there might be somebody sitting in your classroom that can actually speak Polish, even better if they're a member of your team. So that's one way of using Google Translate to remove bias and see things from another person's perspective.